What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pedretti Racing. I'm Mike Pedretti, and we're going to talk about, well, within the Mustang world, the one Mustang that gets a lot of hate, well, as of nowadays, which is a 3-valve. I think it used to be the 2-valve, but not anymore. So let's dive into this video, and I'm going to go through and give you my honest opinion about the 3-valve and what I think about my 3-valve and if it's worth buying. All right? Now, I know most of my videos sometimes tend to be in this garage, but it is getting colder out, and I am testing out some new space heaters for the garage. I got one here, one over there, which probably shouldn't be up there, but it's fine. And I'll end up moving that one, the second one over here, to the floor eventually. Just test them out, see if it heats up this garage pretty good for me to do projects over the winter, and because I got a lot of stuff coming. But yeah, that's how we're going to shoot this video. All up in this garage. The Gurge. And I think I have my Dirge blocking us. Yeah, I do. Alright, cool. Sweet. Yeah. Alright. Well, I'm going to break this up into just little segments, alright? So, let's talk about 05 to 10. I mean, being the 10 is a new body, a different body style than the 05 to 09s. But they all had the same motor, the 3-valve. I guess you could say this body style was either a hit or miss. So some people like say the early generation or the early years, like the 05 to maybe early 07, they had a lot of issues. You know, with, like, for example, the spark plugs. People had them busting off or breaking off or whatnot. Some people had a lot more issues with the 05, 06, you know, and so rather than me, I have a 2008 GT Premium. So with my 08 back here, I didn't have any issues whatsoever doing spark plugs. I didn't have to have a tool or anything to do it. It came out, they popped out, they were fine. You know what I mean? That's just a prime example. I think this body style, I'm going to be real with you, in my honest opinion, I think this body style is probably one of my favorites. Due to the fact that it has that new look, but also old school look that Ford decided to bring back, and I think they did a phenomenal job. But of course, the 3-valve is going to get hate, and we'll get into that. So it brings me down to the question of why do we get hate? Why does this 3-valve get a lot of hate? Maybe not mine too much. I guess people like the colors and, you know, what I've done to it. Yeah, it's cool, but we're talking other cars all in general. You know, the Mustang 3-valve in general. Well, I think the 2-valve got hate at one point, right? I guess it's our turn. Because every year, every generation, they're going to try and get better and better and better. Well, the Coyote, I'm not going to lie, is a damn good platform. You know, you can't go wrong with that platform. And me being that I'm a 3-valve, I'm going to have to stick a lot more money into my car, which is expensive for the 3-valve, just to keep up with the Coyote. Now, can I? Yes. But is it worth it? Probably not for some people that are just starting out. If you're just looking for a Mustang to cruise and have fun with, hey, it's a great car. But if you're looking to try and race and compete with other cars like Coyotes and whatnot, man, you're going to be spending a lot of money. So there is a huge aftermarket, you know, world for Mustangs just in general, and yes, a big one for the 3-valve, you know, our 05 to 09s, 10s, you know, and up, even under. So, like I said, there's a huge aftermarket world for it, and that's why I think I love Mustangs so much just in general. But when I get to that is the fact of spending money. Now with a 3-valve, you're going to spend a crap load of money just to compete with a Coyote. So, do I think it's worth it? Like I said, I love mine. I'm doing it my way, but if you're going to be a serious drag racer or just like a street car, you want a nasty setup, Coyote's probably going to be your platform. Hello, chair. All right, well, let's get to this. How about the interior? Yeah? One thing I like about this 3-valve is how simple it is. I can just get in and go. There's no backup camera, nothing crazy, no major options. It's not cluttered. I mean, I just like a simple car. I don't want to be messing around with a bunch of stuff. Now, I know a lot of the new cars got a lot of things where you can, you know, oh, I have this and this, you know, I can do this, and I launch control, whatever. I just put a 2-step in and said, fuck it, you know. It is what it is. You can do what you want. But it's a simple car. I can get in and go. Which then leads me off to the next problem. This. Yeah, I like the interior. I like the simple look. However, these door panels here are always an issue in all the '05 to '09s. I'm pretty sure even the 2010. I could be wrong. But this door panel is always an issue. I replaced it once, I think twice maybe, by fixing it, gluing it, whatnot. They always seem to come off. The edges here come loose. You can see it's already starting to come loose again. So that's one thing that's always been an issue. And I'm not saying it's just for my car. I'm talking, I'm like, the whole like community will tell you that that's an issue. So that's one thing right there. All right, let's get into this other issue over here since we're back here in the gas. Is the gas. Some of us 3-valve guys know what's up. You know, when we put that gas in here, sometimes we got to turn it upside down just to get gas in our own car. Man, that sucks. But it happens. Yep, it happens. Another person has asked me, what is the max power you can usually push out of these 3 valves without having an issue? I would probably say, from what I've been experiencing and talking to other people, probably 450 horsepower is your max bet. I mean, I've seen people go boosted, tune, and do things right and have over 500, you know, but I'm just going to say 450 to be safe. And that's another thing where the Coyote comes in. I mean, the Coyote, you could easily do things and not have to worry at all. Where us, you know, a 3-valve, you have to worry. So, like I said, that's kind of where we lay on that, you know, that's why we get picked on, you know. We just don't have the motor to do the shit that the Coyotes do. But I'm just saying, if you guys have different numbers, if you guys have a better idea or a nice range where these 3 valves can go being safe as in the horsepower range without having to really take apart things to build up your block and whatnot, comment down below. Let some people know. Maybe I am a little wrong. All right, let's dip into some other shit. Now, I mean, some of you Coyote boys, you might hate me for this, and that's fine. But in my honest opinion, I think the 3-valve sounds better. Now, I might throw some clips in here of some nasty 3-valves that I know. Maybe even my own a little bit in there. But I just think they sound a lot better than a Coyote. And while we're talking about the interior before as well, some of these parts in here, being that they're kind of plastic and whatnot, that's one downside I don't like about it, you know, being so simple. A lot of these plastic parts in here, it just seems so cheap. You know what I mean? Really it is. What's next? Yeah, I'm essential. Let's get into some bads, all right? A little bit more bads, yeah, as if we can't find any more, right? The timing design. The timing on these cars are, well, they're just weak. All right, let's be honest. They're weak. And the battery, the alternator. Like, I've had to replace the alternator in this car already. So this car's alternator's been replaced. I think I've replaced the battery. I've owned the car for quite a few years. I mean, years. And I've had to replace the batteries. I think a good solid 3 times. So, yeah, it's not the greatest. And I mean, I'm talking like, I took care of the car. It's stored every winter, and over the winter I make sure to, you know, follow up on the batteries and so it's just, they suck. All right, they suck. Another thing I want to get into is the 2-piece drive shaft in these cars. I don't know why the heck Ford did it. I mean, if you have a reason why they did a 2-piece drive shaft in this car, let me know in the comments, because I don't get it. And I did upgrade the drive shaft. One of the first things we did put a 1-piece seated drive shaft in this car. So this car does have the 1-piece drive shaft. I couldn't do that 2-piece. I thought it was hideous. And, let's talk about the transmissions in these bitches. All right. Well, you see, one thing about this car that I dislike, and, you know, it's a 5-speed. All right. Manual 5-speed. Why not 6? I suppose in this '05 to '09 era, I mean, they just decided, you know, 5-speed is good enough. Seeing it's a 3-valve and with the power range, I mean, that's just my guess. I don't know, you know. But it's a 5-speed. That's one thing I kind of dislike, you know, not hating on a 5-speed. It's not like a big deal. I love my, you know, car, but at the same time, they came with 5 speeds. Well, okay, some of you guys bought the automatic. Anyway, 6 speeds, where were they? Where do they go? Just a GT500 thing? Is that just the option? Okay, all right, whatever. And then the transmissions in these, they suck. All right, we're just gonna leave it at that. They suck. All right, so that's kind of my take. But I'm not going to sit here and talk badly about my car because I have not really ran into all these issues. Now, I know a lot of people I've talked to who had '05 and '06 models have had some issues, such as timing and spark plugs and so on and so on. Now, I have not had those issues. Like I said, my spark plugs in this '08 came out very easily. I really haven't had very many issues at all, besides, alternator, batteries. But you have to keep in mind, I've had this car since I had like 22 miles on it, and I got like 127,000 on it now. So, yeah, I drive this car. Another thing I'll get into is this. The price tag on this car is actually really, really good. Nowadays, you can easily afford this car from like 5 to 8 grand. I mean, probably even less. And I'm talking for like a really pretty good, decent one. V8 3 valves are pretty affordable. They're not bad. And that's probably why some of you kids make us look like we have a bad name, because they're affordable for the young kids that might not know much about a rear-wheel drive V8. Maybe that's for another video. But you get my drift. The 3 valve, mine anyway, has treated me very, very well. I've had it for a long time. Haven't really had very many issues. And it suits me well. I like it. It's a good car. It's never done me really wrong. So it's good. Do I think it's worth owning a 3 valve? In my honest opinion, yes. I think it's worth it. It's a good experience. It sounds nasty. It's got a nice muscle sound to it. You can just get in and go. It's a simple car. You can learn a lot from this car and then build your way up. It's a good platform to learn, Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'm not trying to babble on and blah, blah, However, I hope you guys do like the video. Hopefully it helps you guys out with wondering about the 3 valve. And some of you guys that have 3 valves, you're probably looking in here like, what's he talking about? You talking about us, man? But it's alright. I mean, I think some of you guys can agree with me about the 3 valve and its issues. But like I said, I can't get rid of this car. It's like my home, you know what I mean? I love this car a lot. I have plans to build this car and do like kind of a track car deal, you know what I mean? Street track car. And I think it'd be good for it. But like I said, the Coyote's it's always going to be a better platform. It sucks, but it is what it is. But I think this car is a good car. I love the 3 valve. I love the way it looks. I love the way it sounds. I love that it's simple. You just got to hopefully get the right one. Like I said, sometimes it's a hit or miss. But in my honest opinion, try to go for an '08 or '09. All right? You probably get better luck doing that. And, yeah, these heaters seem to be working pretty good. It's getting cozy in here, and I'm going to let you guys go. Take care, and I'll see you next time.